Hi everyone. Today what I would like to discuss with you is something that's called the self-fulfilling prophecy. I came across this through New Insights Africa in 2007 when I did my coaching qualification. And I'm going to share two things with you, the positive self-fulfilling prophecy as well as the negative self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm just going to show you the cycle that we go through when we are identifying these self-fulfilling prophecies. So the positive one starts off with a positive belief. You might have gotten this from an experience that you've had or someone who said something to you that became a belief for yourself. So the positive belief, let's use something like, I'm good at public speaking. That might be a positive belief because you had a great experience at school or someone told you that you're brilliant at it. So you're about to go and do a pitch and you believe that you are a great public speaker. Then the next thing in the cycle is the fact that you have a positive expectation. So when I am going to speak to this 40 plus people, I am going to do a great job because I'm going to know my topic. I'm going to be able to answer questions. I'm going to engage my audience. What comes from that positive expectation is something that we call self-motivating behavior. And that's the crux of the prophecy. This is where you actually spend enough time on researching your topic. You become the content expert. You actually look at questions that people can answer and prepare for those questions before you even know whether they're going to ask them or not. So you're actually doing things that is going to support the positive expectation. What happens? You do your public speaking pitch or keynote talk to 45 people. It goes really well. You engage the audience. You can answer all the questions. And basically what you then say to yourself, see, I knew I was a good public speaker. So we start off with a fundamental belief, and then we go through a cycle, and especially in the self-motivating behavior, that is going to assist us to say to ourselves, see, I told you so, you are good at this. The same goes for the negative side of things that I want to share with you. And this is the negative self-fulfilling prophecy. So you can start off with a negative belief. Let's use public speaking. I believe I suck at public speaking. The next thing is the negative expectation. I'm going to forget my words. My hands are going to tremble. I am probably going to forget important information or forget about important information, and I might not be able to answer people's questions. Then, here's the bitter pill to swallow, is that we actually go into a process of self-defeating behavior. We don't prepare. We don't look at the questions that people can answer. We don't do our research. We don't practice in front of the mirror 17 times to see how our body language is translated in this talk. What happens? People ask questions, we can't answer them. We are nervous, our hands are trembling, we forget our words, and we forget important information to give to the client or to the audience. What do? See, I told you you're not good at public speaking. And every single time we go through this cycle, this negative belief that we had, that might have started off as an idea or an assumption, becomes a conviction. And we all know how strong a conviction is. It's almost impossible to get someone out of that conviction. It's possible, but it's very hard work. So every single time you go through this, that is when you make that belief stronger and stronger and stronger. And if you can understand that you are creating that yourself, and it's self-defeating behavior that's causing that belief to become true, then you can actually start doing something about it. The other thing that I want to share with you, in a nice way to identify why do you have such a negative belief, it can also be then to go back to the very first time that you started believing something. Who said it to you? What happened? Or what did you say to yourself? And we often take people back into coaching to when they were teenagers, of when someone said for the first time that they are not good at mathematics, or they shouldn't be part in a circle of friends, whatever the case might be. But go back to that and see what was the environment, and was it a valid statement? And what can you do to prove yourself wrong that that statement is true? And there's one more thing. This doesn't necessarily just go for individual stuff about your own personal beliefs. If you are a leader in a business, think about the negative belief that you have about someone else. You might believe that someone is a really bad employee. You also go through this. So, bad employee who's not performing, negative expectation, they're going to miss deadlines, they're going to do everything last minute, and they're going to put pressure on the team. Your self-defeating behavior might then look something like you create unrealistic deadlines, you don't offer the same support to this person as you do with someone else, and you also don't share all the information with this specific person that you do with someone else. Negative outcome, they don't deliver on their deadlines, they are not able to do, or they do last minute things, they're scrolling around for information. And then what do? See, I knew that person is a bad performer. And rightfully so, sometimes they are really bad performers, but I want to challenge your own leadership to see, what are you doing when you don't have people that are performing up to your standards in terms of your own self-defeating behavior? Because if you can get that, if you can have this bitter pill and swallow it and put your ego aside, you can change that into self-motivating behavior and then go from a conviction of a negative self-belief into a positive self-fulfilling prophecy. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you soon for the next one. Cheers.